In the Kings of Tupelo, near the very end, 170 million Netflix viewers hear me say the sentence, and I quote, "In December of 2012, I was working counterintelligence for CIA." End quote. Or at least that's what I think is how it's being heard, and how it's being reported to me via the telephone. Maybe I'm hearing it wrong. I haven't reviewed it in depth, but that's what it sounds like is being said. And I feel like I have to make something very, very clear here. I did not say that sentence. That depiction is false. After I heard that, I went looking through all of my notes from the last 2.5 years of the interviews with McLean Way, who was the director of that TV series, and here's what I found. The sentence that you hear in that episode was actually stitched together via very creative editing from 3 different sentences that were delivered in 3 different interviews that were weeks apart from each other, that were not the same, they were not together. They were not at the same time. Those words were not spoken in the order in which you hear it as one sentence, which I think is incredibly dishonest. So to be clear, I feel very compelled to correct Netflix's false portrayal because I was not, quote, working in counterintelligence for CIA in December of 2012, by the way, or any other time. Counterintelligence is a very, very specific job description, and within the CI, within the field, it has a very, very specific meaning. It's very specialized, and that's not me. Counterintelligence is not my beat. It never was. The actual CIC guys that actually do that work are very specialized, very compartmentalized group of people, and I understand satisfying a typical a typical Netflix viewer kind of might allow such a statement, but people on the inside know better. And because I'm very particular and very deliberate with my language, I would never actually say that. Speech requires accuracy, and I do not play games with that. On the record, I'll say that the CIC guys, the counterintelligence people, they're hardworking Americans who are noble heroes and blah, blah, blah. However, what Netflix actually did in allowing that creative edit is kind of insulted me, and I'll tell you why. Because off the record, I don't like those people. The CIC guys are, not only are they a specialized function, but they're also a very particular kind of person, and with just a few exceptions, who are good people. With just a few exceptions, they're not good people. I don't like them. So in essentially comparing me to those people, that's an insult that the director of Netflix wouldn't have known because they're not privy to it. They're not on the inside. Anyway, that's my 3 chords and the truth for the day.